Hello everyone, this is BA part 3rd and name of the paper is Representative Western Political Thinkers, and today we are going to study about John Locke. Uh, when we talk about the social contract theory, then we have three thinkers there, Hobbes, Locke and Rousseau, and here we are talking about John Locke's views and his social contract theory. So he was the supporter of the ideology that is liberalism that is based on the freedom of a person, that person cannot the personality of a person cannot be developed before without without freedom, and there shouldn't be restrictions, and so a person should have full freedom to develop his personality. That is according to the literally meaning of liberalism, and John Locke supports that. And second one is John Locke supports the natural rights, and natural rights, three kinds of rights told by John Locke, that is right to life, right to liberty and right to property. And next we are talking about his social contract theory. So when we talk about social contract theory, here comes first we will talk about the human nature, second one the state of nature, third one here was that what were the drawbacks of that state of nature, that the person were compelled to have a contract, and then the establishment of new institutions was there. And next one is as told by John Locke, that is right of revolution, one of the most important ideas of John Locke. So when we talk about the human nature in the state of nature, so according to John Locke, human nature was as good as can be imagined, and it was full of love and affection and cooperation and whatever merits we can think here, goodwill etc were there. Second one is as the human nature was there, so the state of nature was there, same the state of nature was there. So as the human nature was full of love, affection, therefore this state of nature was full of cooperation, equality, goodwill, cooperation, equality, freedom, etc. Quite peace was there. So the question is that when the state of nature was quite can be said that it was full of cooperation, equality, means all merits were there, then what were the reasons, what were the drawbacks of this state of nature, that people were at that time were bound to they left this state of nature and established new institutions, and these drawbacks were that this state of nature was not practical, and second one is that this was not this can be said that this was not permanent, and and the people here were having some inconveniences. This was not convenient for them, as the first one was that there were not clear and definite rules were not there, and second one is no execution, and third one is can be said no judiciary was there. So if we compare it to the modern time, though, so uh, totally this was a situation where you do not have the legislature that makes laws, and you do not have executive that implements them, and you do not have judiciary that decides the things or settles the disputes, and therefore here the people in the state of nature decided to and they have these they have a contract, and according to this contract they left this state of nature, and they established a political society, and second one was government was also there, but according to Locke, that the government will work here only like just only mere trust, and the government is bound to, the government will follow the rules of this contract. And if the government or the ruler does not fulfill the requirements, or does not follow the rules of this contract, then the people have the right of revolution, and they have right to change the government, to change the ruler. And so this is the most these are the most important ideas of John Locke. So that's all for today from my side. Thank you very much.